Module 3, Objective 15, discuss the various types of movements at synovial joints, listing examples of each. Know what joint shapes and resulting dynamic movements occur at the shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee joints. Movements are described in terms that reflect the direction or the plane of movement. In addition, they can also reflect the relationship between the structures. So if we consider planes of movement, we have three possible planes that we'll discuss. Monaxial refers to one plane. If you think of the elbow, the only movement that the elbow can produce is within one plane. It's sort of like the hinge of a door. It only allows movement within one plane. Biaxials allow movement within two planes, and then triaxial movement within three planes. Hinge joints allow for angular motion within a single plane, so they're monaxial. If you think of hinge joints such as the knee or the elbow or the ankle, it's very similar to the hinge of a door. They only allow movement within a single monaxial, one plane. I do like this image below because it looks or demonstrates the amount of ligaments that we have surrounding the three bones that comprise the elbow. So you can see all these ligaments are all in there supporting this particular diarthrotic joint. I say this, but there's actually multiple joints here. But these ligaments are very numerous in order to support that joint because of the weakness that diarthrotic joints inherently have. Pivot joints allow rotation along a single axis. A very popular pivot joint that most folks reference is the joint between the atlas and the axis. If you recall, the axis has the odontoid or the dens, and that articulates with the atlas right here and allows for a pivoting motion. And that pivoting motion within a single axis allows you to move your head from side to sides as if saying no. Ball and socket joints have round articular face and a depressive moan, whether it's the head of the femur into the acetabular cup of the coxa, or whether it's the head of the scapula, humerus up here, into the glenoid cavity of the scapula. But ball and socket joints allow for a range of motions. So you have angular motion, circumduction, or rotation, and all that occur within a triaxial orientation, so all three planes. So the shoulder and the hip are the two examples of ball and socket joints we have in the body. Gliding joints, also called plane joints, are when you have two flat surfaces that sort of slide past one another. So this is a non-axial interaction. In between the carpal bones and the tarsal bones, these bones within the hand and the feet, they sort of slide past one another just ever so slightly, and that represents the plane or the gliding joints. Other examples of those would be between the sacrum and the ilium. So the sacroiliac joints are another example of a plane or gliding joint. In the end, a joint cannot be both mobile and strong. The greater the mobility, the weaker the joint. So mobile joints need lots of support from muscles and ligaments and tendons and fat and bursae and menisci. They need a lot of support.